celebrate this day. Sometimes I ask myself, when the propaganda chair called me, and I ask myself and said, how many of us want to be celebrated in history as well? Because we are gathered here today to celebrate great people who contributed to the economic liberation of the continent. Well, how many of us here now, willing to be recorded in history, to be celebrated, as we're here today celebrating Kwame Nkrumah and the rest of the other people who led the political liberation of Africa? It's a question that we must leave on this hall asking ourselves every minute. Because that is the only way, comrades, we will be energized to fight on. Every moment of our life, we must think and reflect on the possibility of ourselves being recorded in history. That is the energy you will have. I said this because every time we want to break down in the EFFL, there's one thing that keeps reminding me. What will my colleagues around Africa say about me? What will Julius Selu Malema say about me? What will Innocent in Derby in Zimbabwe say about me? I'm energized by knowing that we have to stand firm. Today, we are here, and we all will learn from the Senior Council and the veteran Councilor Dunglo. But let me say this comment. Liberia, on all these non-progressive leaders, will go nowhere. 10 years from now, the more we elect people who are non-progressive, the more we invite poverty in Liberia. And the more we take away the possibility of contributing to the unity of Africa. Imperialism and colonialism still exists, and it is visible in Liberia. Here we are. Corporate institutions are making determination as to how we decide and run our country. I have seen read newspaper, listen to news, that corporate institutions in Liberia, SPS and ASFA, control our government and want to make us make decisions that they believe is right for them, not what is right for Liberia. These are the forms of colonialism. We are still under a colonial rule. Our government cannot make decisions by themselves. The United States Embassy makes almost all of the critical decisions we want to make in Liberia. And you call yourself a sovereign nation. We are taking away from African independence. We are contributing zero to African independence. African or liberation struggle. We still need to firstly deal with ourselves as Liberians, as to whether truly we believe that Africa can be liberated. If we cannot liberate ourselves, how then can we contribute to the liberation of Africa? How? We sit in Liberia and cannot liberate ourselves, and then we deceive ourselves and say we will contribute to the liberation struggle of Africa. No, not possible. We must first deal with ourselves. We must first deal with the problem that we have here. And I've said to the chairman when I was in the room with him, I said, the 2023 election was my last election supporting a non-progressive. The 2023 election was my last election supporting a non-progressive. They made nothing for the survival of our people. They care more about themselves and our grandchildren. We can't continue to mortgage Liberia to these economic rascals and believing that they will make Liberia better. and that they will contribute significantly to the liberation struggle. They were not. I posted a few days ago and I was talking about Ibrahim Traoré, and a senior member of the government called me and said, you are promoting a gender leader. And I was like, this guy is crazy. Something is wrong fundamentally with him. And I don't blame them, because we continue to give power to people who philosophically know nothing. They have no principles. They stand for nothing. When you criticize the West about the world in Israel, then people call you and say, Israel is a Christian nation. Are you kidding me? Come on, we are lost. We are in wilderness. And the only way we can restore that dignity and contribute meaningfully to the liberation struggle in Africa, as Liberia, like other independent country, like the veteran said, soup, we have to double up. The economic freedom fighter of Liberia, we have to double up, because we are the only grassroots political organization with principles in Liberia. If we fail, Liberia will be doomed forever, and we will have no history to tell. We have no history to contribute. We are so not we are so not we are nothing without our generation. No. I have said to all of the militants in the EFFL that do not go on the University of Liberia campus to compete with SU. We expel you in many. If I see any militant of the EFFL come here to establish EFFL to compete against you, we expel you. Some of us are where we are today because the Vanguard Student Unification Party imparted to us. How then do we fight what made us? We have seen regimes from one government to another planting people on the campus trying to destabilize the organization. What we can say to you, Vanguard Student Unification Party, you have the blessing of the economic freedom fighters of Liberia. Vanguard Party, let's go! All the way! Luther, the day you want to take any struggle and you want men, tell us we will supply. We must never allow you to be in a struggle by yourself. Here we are. How many political parties organize the liberation celebrations of Africa? How many political parties? It is a Student Unification Party. You invited us here. You invited us here to reflect. So I just want to say, comrade, don't break down. Even though you expected to have had the program in the hall, but we are here. Even if it's a 3-person gathering, the fact that we met here is important to keep the message going. But do not allow anybody to tell you your support for Ibrahim Traoré is wrong. Do not allow anybody to tell you your support for the Palestinians is wrong. Do not allow anybody to question your political philosophy. Nobody should do that. While we support the EFFL form an alignment with the rescue government, we have never remained silent. And we will never be silent. Because for us, it is about the people, not about ourselves. But I say this in my closing, to allow the veteran to come and provide political consciousness to all of us. Let me say this, comrades. Going to 2023, the young people across Liberia, please do not go for the t-shirts and do not go for the money. 2029, do not go for t-shirts, do not go for money. I've always said, those campaign material that you see outcome from the progressive, we are the one that always project these lukewarm elements. We are the one. When you check the propaganda bureau, you see social progressive in the lukewarm elements party. When you check the secretariat, social progressive, we are the one consistently being used to bring puppet to power. The day we realize that we are not to be used to continuously bring puppet to power, the better it is for Liberia's future. I want to say thank you. May God bless the Vanguard.
And that was a voice of the TLTV of the Liberia.